Looks like we are going to be live here, UNH versus UGA, and a little bit of siege going on. First round going to be on Clubhouse to see UNH locking in that gridlock fuse, Finka IQ, and the ace. Baki on the ace here, looking for maybe a quick pick into stock. They're gonna drone out the kitchen area, see if he can't get that hatch. Does look like the UGA did want basement first there. See some shots of the floorboard. Wants to check the jump in, get a secure hard breach going here.
Ammo swap.
See Lance gonna be making entry with the gridlock here, clearing out stock. So a drone up on the second floor, looking for any lurks, any roams. Make sure all the P's and Q's are safe before they start dedicating tool one push.
IUP active. Sweeping perimeter.
We might have one in bathroom there. The drone goes down, confirming the position. Baki, meanwhile, gonna make the rotate with IQ over to bar stage area. Looking to maybe get an easy pick here, maybe a 1-for-1 trade if they need it. There's the first blood, gonna go to the Goyo, taking down the fuse. That's a big loss for UNH. That's a big part of their site control. Another Nitrocell finds one, but Baki's able to pick up one of his own. Going to be a 3v4 here. I did not know we had this angle. This is sick. See the reinforcement goes up a little late there out of church to stop the peek through. The rotate gets taken down. Another one for UNH falls. Now it'll be a 2v4. Just see Ace and Finka left. Just both on the central stairs here, looking for maybe one more pick before they try to get to site. But time's gonna be ticking down to 25 seconds. Gotta find one and go, but he's looking at the wrong angle there. The swing out finds one. And everybody for this UGA team is just staring at Pennsylvania here. You got 4 different angles to watch out for. There goes the one swing, does some good damage, but swing through on for stock Moto. Swing through from Moto, finds one. Round 1 does go to UGA here. See what adjustments UNH wants to make here. They most likely will have to fight against the stock server. the defender side there. Gonna bring along the Mute Castle duo. It's a really good way to try to prevent both drones and early pushes. UNH still has to bring along that Ace for some form of hard breach, but they're also going to add in the Osa this time. Gonna bring out the Thatcher to help deal with those mute jammers. The IQ as well, and a Monty. Be really good for maybe pushing into Jim here. Does look like UGA has some set up in that server side. Bomb's going to be Jim bedroom by the looks of it. Do have one set up on the top part of the railing there, but to try to get through him to the door, Monty instead going to go down to the Azami. Such a hard angle to peek off of. Azami just going to make the rotate instead of trying to fight for the cash room there. You see it's getting set up to try to prevent this hard breach. 3 members of UNH locked in on that balcony. 45 is 2 minutes 10 left in the round. Contemplating leading maybe. Another hard breach lands on that hard wall there. He's gonna get some extra angles set up. Osa out on the highway there, trying to maybe find an early pick, trying to push this mute out. Does get eyes on him. Baki maybe looking to tie it back up at 4-4 here. Just watching the angle, waiting for the mute to swing out. Assault rifle versus the SMG-11. The assault rifle should have the advantage. Just the drone to try to bait a peek maybe. Does spot where the mute's been hiding out, and the Osa does find one of her own. Now that'll tie it back to 4-4. The advantage remaining back even. Looks like UNH though time is starting to tick down. They got to figure out where they want to push from, get some more intel. If Baki might want to make the first push, he gets into the hallway. He finds one. The other part of the mute he found. Now you see Lance here trying to get through on bathroom. Maybe look towards the gym. Izami though gets a pick of her own. The Osa goes down 3-3, 15 seconds to go. UNH has pretty good site control here. The council and Jim finds one, looking for 2. Baki though, he finds his second instead. Now it'll be a 2v2. They know where Castle is, they know where Izami is, but he's unable to secure that kill on the Castle. Now it's a 1v2. Left up to Lance. It's a frag out to try to bait on the Izami. She throws out a Kiba barrier, but doesn't expect the Castle to be prone on the rotate there. Give him UGA the second round. Now UNH has to figure out what their game plan is going to be to attack Cash Server here, because I sincerely doubt UGA goes the first floor bomb site. Looks like they want to bring along maybe a striker for some better utility. Of course, the trade-off being no specialized gadget. Might want to break out the Monty here as well. Didn't go well last time, but that was really unfortunate first peek on the second. I'm trying to call it something like Raptors. That peek off of Raptors led to an early 4v5. That might have been a bit of the reason UNH was not able to secure that round out. On Monty on site there probably would have given them the advantage they needed. Go through the drone phase here. See a couple of drones getting set up on potential flank positions. They spot out a castle barricade on the first
10 seconds to insertion.
Most of it set up to block off the garage.
5 seconds to insertion. A bomb must be located and defused.
Heads up on your work on neutralizing explosive ordnance. You're an inspiration.
Don't believe everything you read.
Round going to be underway properly here. See Lance going up on the roof, maybe trying to get one through the windows there. Definitely use those breaching charges to take down a few of the potential castle barricades set up. Most likely have some impact EMPs to deal with the hard wall there. They do spot one on the first floor there, maybe going for a dropout. It's been a while since I've seen one of those, but you never know. Impact tries to get there in time, but the first thermite charge will get broken. Gotta definitely get the second one if they want any sort of pressure onto that server room. Looks like they will get the thermite charge off on the left side of that wall. Potentially opening up a good angle into red. Baki gonna break open that door for Monty to potentially start walking up towards Rafter. And no one was in that stock area. We gotta be careful of that. The Azami has all the Tito barricades set up. You see Isagi on the striker here, maybe looking to get a run out toward the server window. Has to be careful of the other windows behind him. Get a couple of claymores set up. Doesn't have any of the frag grenades left to add any pressure.
Dart loaded.
Careful of those odd looking angles from Casper. You can hop up on those tables. Get a good sight line into both garage and out the window. And he's kind of feeling it out here, not going to any push. You do see the Monty up on the Raptors. Could take a little bit of damage. Maybe trying to force the Azami away from those Kiva berries. In the meantime, though, Baki first of all, the Azami able to ignore the pressure from Monty. Does get traded back out though. Lance finds his 4v4, just under a minute to go. UNH has pretty good pressure in the server here. All but trying to take out the ADS, ends up with the bandit swing around the server, and over there to get the retrade. 3v4, you see Pennsylvania walking up here, getting a pretty good pressure with the Monty shield there, picks up the castle. Lance gets a double. Now there's really good potential riding on the site here. To deal with the barbed wire in the meantime. Zagi trying to figure out the thermite.
Reload.
Trying to figure out something here, trying to get him to get picked out of con. No more breaching charges left for Lance. They're gonna have to use a breaching charge or a breaching.
Seconds left.
Breaching charge deployed.
Get that one.
10
Blow
seconds.
the hole. Trying to get him server time ticks down to 10 seconds. Lance goes down to a nice
User is no 5
plant.
seconds remaining.
Unable to go through the smoke and stick it. Last up will be Monty looking for something but time.
You're out of time.
BJ picks up the third round. Maybe a little bit of toxicity going back and forth here. It is siege after all. But now the Church Arsenal bomb site will be back open for UGA here, so you can most likely see them going down to the basement. They do take out the third hard breacher. Now UNH only really has thermite available to get those hatches open.
We need to locate a bomb.
Instead of throwing thermite, they might bring out the grid and bring those hard breach
Drone
charges.
has located a bomb.
Get some good intel as well as the utility to first open the hatches. They do spot the Ella up on that second floor, or first floor rather. Lance dancing around the drone here, trying to get destroyed, but unfortunately not able to save it.
10
They want to bring out
seconds
the
before
Bravo.
insertion.
Good little counter pick into the Maluski and the Valkyrie.
5
Able to
seconds
steal some
before
more gadgets for his team.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
So UNH wants to get set up for a garage take here. Once again, you see the Nomad gets in, and the air jab going to be set up on the Raptors window. Maybe looking for a blue drop here. They do spot an Echo drone zipping around. That's some good intel early for both teams, actually. No IQ this time from UNH. They won't be able to find the drums easily, but they no longer are invisible on the ceiling, I'm pretty sure. You spotted oil trap set up for there. Some more intel for UNH. You're gonna use the ladder to try to get down a bit quieter. Looks like Nomad might try to get towards Deeker here.
Establishing link.
Once again, might want to have Lance put some pressure in Church early just to prevent what happened last time when they tried to push down the main stairs. Baki, meanwhile, gonna get started early with those ramp drones, getting them tossed out to start pumping open the floors. some early vertical sight lines to add that unseen pressure for UGA on the site. So the Bravo's getting the drones active, looking for stuff to steal so the team can use it. Absolutely hurls the second drone out to get more of this hallway open. Have to be cautious of potential nitro cells coming up. Remember that those are open now. The sight lines from below. LMI does go off on Baki. That's a little bit of intel given away. See Lance getting to work in the utility room here, trying to find something absurd. Early swing from Lucy. That head gets taken off by Lance. 4v5, and Lance is just gonna pull back instead of trying to press that further. Looks like he might go to blue staircase instead.
Reloading, cover me!
Swap up the angles, maybe try to catch somebody off guard. Or off guard.
Air jab ready to knock them out.
30 seconds ago now, UNH starting to increase the pressure. You see that Valkyrie goes down to the Grim there. Now it's Lance picks up a double. 20 seconds ago, 5v2. It looks really strong for UNH. Nomad starts pushing out, finds the Goyle. 5v1 left swing across, and then Nomad will pick up a double kill to secure the round for UNH. Looking more flawless to put them on the board. 1-3. Good showing on attack there. It shows that UNH is not just going to lie down and take it. They're going to get some wins in their books here. Questions or comments? Looks like UNH is gearing up for another basement tank, potentially. Bring back out the Grim, the Bravo. The Osa, though, makes an appearance, so that makes me think I might be on the second floor here. The Blackbeard as well. The Thatcher, a last-second swap over.
We're doing it the Rainbow way.
Whatever you say, Red Hammer.
Definitely makes me think there's a second floor homicide
Operator
from
down.
UGA.
Repeat,
Switch
operator down.
He finds the
Reload.
thermite. Baki going down to the Warden. That's a lot of hard breaches for UNH here. A bit harder to set up pressure towards that west side of the building.
Field setup is ready.
Drones ready.
Also getting a flank drone set up in the garage just in case. Fragment, blow open the castle barricade, looking for maybe a quick early pick in the bedroom here. Does pot one a con.
Frag grenade.
You have located a
And
bomb.
trying to drone it out. Looks like he might drop down into stock here. They still have a drone to utilize. 35, under 2 minutes to go. Unable to drone out Logi. Definitely is debating the drop here. Knows there's one in construction. Sagi's still trying to get that pick on the construction person, just waiting for him to swing out. Has to be careful of potential jump out from one of the other windows, but they should still be castle barricade. I believe he has used a frag to clear open that gym window as well.
Throwing frag grenade.
You see the Blackbeard starting to get to work into server here.
Reload!
Zagi wants to join him, but the mute will find the pick onto Blackbeard. Lance finds one of his own though. Maybe he's trying to swing the momentum back, but a shotgun from the mute will shut that down 2v4 minutes ago. Zagi's maybe a bit hesitant of following in here, but will in the end decide to jump in. You see a couple of shots are laid out at their feet too. The Thatcher wants to go for a peek on the red to try to find one, but the new reads that perfectly. He finds a third, I think, or maybe a second. Oh, that makes it at least a third for him. UGA will claim another round over UNH here. That view just running around between cat and construction able to do so much damage. Looks like UGA is going to go back to the base here as they choose not to go to server cache here. They're going to quickly change up their setup to match that tank. They bring out the Dokkaebi along with the as well as the Grim. Bring out the Flores as well. They bring back the Nomad, those air jabs, able to provide so much security from potential roams. Oh, but another quick spawn peek takes down Baki once again. Nearly dies, but that he will get revived. That could have been another quick 45. UNH wants to get into garage once again. Maybe send the ash back down into blue. Gonna get those air jabs set up once. Be careful with potential run-in from stock there. They did have one in that blue window, I believe. Drone out for his teammates here, getting some good intel. Quick first blood goes to the Valkyrie. She finds a pick onto Ash. Sending it into a 4v5 with Baki only on 20 HP. Still able to get a lot of value with the Dokkaebi, but you have to make sure you can stay alive long enough to send out those phone calls. Looks like he wants to get a repeat off of where the Ash went down. Drone out a little bit, try to figure out what angle to be on the lookout for. Looks like they're gonna have one in moto there watching Secret. Meanwhile, the rest of the United team is doing some stuff on the vertical here, maybe looking towards main a little bit. Thorn trap goes off right as Baki goes to drone out there, and he just couldn't get off the drone in time, unfortunately. Now with a minute to go, it will be a 3v5. So they're gonna have one on main trying to fight the Grim here a little bit, trying to get those hard breach charges off to flush the one out of moto. But meanwhile, they have these goalless roving up towards the top. He takes on the Grim just as the hard breach charge starts to go off. Now it'll be a 2v5 with 40 seconds left to go. Sagi looking for something on blue stairs here. Just get a couple of pings from a drone they have. Watching the rotate from Church. Looks like it was just missed out on the rotation between Church and Garage there, but this goes, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Purple finds another kill there. Now it's just going to be 15 seconds, all of it on Izagi's shoulders. That's one through the hatch, takes down one, 1v4. 4 seconds ago, doesn't spot him on the right there, Scopos. That one. Finds 3 on the rat. Now UNH will go down 1-5 as we swap over, see what UNH can do in defense. bands will be Maverick and Ace from UNH. UGA gonna take down the Kite and Bandit. Pretty standard band so far. A lot of the wall denial being taken out as well as hard breaches. Habana's still on the board for potential basement take if UNH is forced down there.
You came
Gonna bring out the and the Rooney for maybe a little bit of entry denial. Thorn as well for a couple extra traps. Valkyrie for the intel and Castle to help slow down some of these pushes. To get those barricades set up on the windows facing highway. So they want to get an interesting angle into stock from that construction edge. So we get a couple of rotates set up here as the round gets started underway. Not much happening early here. Looks like UJ wants to maybe get a hook in towards logistics. UNH has plenty of people watching for a potential hatch drop. Hockey set up in the gym. So UJ is also focusing on Con here a little bit. So I'm going to be using those valve cams to watch out for any potential drops. Has to be careful as he starts to get the castle barricade open behind him. That gets blown open. He quickly evacuates from Con there as the castle barricades start going down one after another. Con wall next on the menu for UJ. They start blasting open multiple holes. A quick nitro from somewhere. Finds a kill for DX or Azagi there. Baki picks up one of his own. Now when they're ready to go, UNH just has to kind of delay here. They have the numbers advantage. As be careful of the windows here. Looks like much entry towards this west side wall. And just pop up one thermite, does this damage, and manages to secure the kill. Make it 2 for Azagi. Make it 1 for Pennsylvania as well. Time ticking down to a minute 10. It's a 5v1 for UNH. They have diffuser down as well. That's really big. One of our campus looks like they get spotted. Looks like the last one for UJ might be on the construction side. Looks like UNH wants to rotate over to Logi. They're gonna have Baki watching one of those outside windows. The Ying though does manage to take down Pennsylvania. So he's gonna be in construction. Maybe cast there. You can see UNH getting set up to watch for the entry. All I have to really do here is trade 1 for 1 to win the round. There goes Azagi as well. That'll be a 3v1 with 30 seconds to go. The Rooney, pretty low HP. Ying gonna have a very high drum mag and very high breach potential with those flashes. Baki just waiting to swing out on the push. Does make the swing out, but luckily Dreamy's right there to take him down after he makes that swing out. A good trade there to lock the round down. UNH brings it back to 2-5. H gonna opt for this CCTV cash hold. Gonna bring out the Azami, the Rooney, Castle Jaeger, and Wamai. No wall denial for that east side wall, but I'm sure UNH is confident in their ability to hold that if that breach does go through.
your bombs.
Perimeter defense online.
Laser gate in position. Deploying UAS.
Rally gets underway proper here. Looks like Lance wants to opt to hold up on Raptors. So this spot maybe a potential shield operator getting worked on the board there. That's a pretty good angle from the zombie barricade. Just got one of them on the off. Might be breaching underneath the rep.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
The Kiva barricade comes out. We're gonna get some of these nasty angles. This pick peeks above the breach from CCTV. The thermite does find the first pick onto Wamai. Drone from stock from spot out of Doggy. Let's see what spotted one towards bar. The Monty pushes into the garage. Gets the swing out. The pre-fire helps him out there. 4v4. The Monty trying to walk up to Raptors, but Azagi's there. Case turns his back, but on the Raptors, one goes down. Castle quick to follow. Captain takes him up. The Monty maybe being a little bit toxic there before taking him down. 3 of them are going to be located in the garage now. Pennsylvania on the Jaeger trying to get an angle from Cash on the Raptors. Good angle from Baki there to find one. Taking the Captain's out. Bring it to a 2v3. That thermite's still outside of the breach, I believe. Baki holding a good angle in case that Monty tries to get a jump through that window, but instead he's already into CCTV. Baki's just watching as the smoke blocks his angle there. Looking for a potential rotate. Does get spotted out by the Grim Bees. The plant goes down. Now you're in the remaining 2 for UNH. You're in a retake scenario, and it looks like Baki wants to go for a little flank from the construction hatch. Making good use of the Aruni arm there. Just spot the drone, watching the flank, has to take that out. But now the setup on Raptors is going to work against them, but he's going to regardless find one. Now it'll be a 2v2. Diffuser ticks down to half. So UNH can't do here. Takes down the Monty just as he knocks down the Jaeger. Only the thermite remaining, and Pennsylvania on the swing finds him. UNH will bring it back to 3-5. Huge clutch there from the remaining 2. UNH play a little shot back in the chat. Now UNH will be relegated down to the basement here. They weren't able to ban out the hard breachers just yet, so they will have to work with the Habana Ram most likely. Might have to see somebody go on a roam. They do bring out the pulse. Could be a good way to get a nitro from underneath. They bring along the mirror too. Baki can definitely get some really good value out of these one-way sight lines. I'm gonna have one most likely set up towards main here. Going through, getting everything set up. You just see him bringing out the smoke. The potential counter to any more shield picks from UGA. So just good for denying any potential plants.
Deploying sensor. Activate jammer.
Reload!
Reloading.
Time gonna be ticking down to 2 minutes 15. Still a 5v5 on the board. No big pushes from either side yet. Gonna keep that pulse on the first floor. Looks like we're gonna spot one on the blue staircase. Have to be careful of potential secret push. Zagi maybe making a couple calls out here. Maybe we need somebody to watch one of his angles. Still a 5v5 as we get down to a minute 30. I'm expecting to be a very large and heavy push in a few seconds from UGA. So they did knock open that stockroom hatch, so Zagi has to be careful he doesn't get isolated out here. Looks out towards Secret, notices the barricade is still up. UNH maybe a little bit restless here as we start to get down to a minute 10. UGA gonna need to make a big push sometime soon, and UNH is in a really good position to defend against that. Mirrors are still up. The smoke is hanging out in the blue here. Able to definitely get some trades out with Baki watching his shoulder. Time ticking down to 45 seconds. Still a 5v5. The drone comes in from Secret. Definitely looking to maybe push out towards Zagi here. He's gonna throw the smoke prematurely to stop any hatch drop. Really good way to delay the push here as time goes under 30 seconds. Bach is ready on the mirror. Zagi's just going to rotate out instead of trying to stay in there. Now he's going to be in a better angle to watch without being in danger. 15 seconds to go. I think that's a Ying as they make a drop. The Rooney finds one quickly. Another flash comes out. Baki can't see. Dreamy finds two. 5v3. 6 seconds to go. Smoke canisters are flying. Give Dreamy a triple. Nitro flies out. Doesn't find anybody. Z. Ash finds two in quick succession. They're trying to stick the plant. Runs through. The shield keeps him alive. Dash goes down. He plants a double.
Reloading.
And the last second push from UGA will fall flat. UNH brings it back to a 4-5. That was certainly a tactic from UGA. Looks like they want to take Grim out here with their ban instead of taking down the Habana. Not too scared of a potential hard breacher still being in the game. UNH going to go back to the gym bedroom bomb site here. Went well for them last time. We'll see if they can't repeat that process. UGA in the meantime, they did take out the Aruni. That'll be a DMR gone from loadout. Mira. This time instead. Lucy also in the appearance. Paul's gonna show back up. Of course, catch them out for pretty much core pieces of this defense.
Activating camera.
Time to redecorate.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds.
Going through, getting their setup all in place, doing some rotations, black mirrors throwing down. So they want to have maybe a bit more of a presence in logic here. To get that mirror set up to watch bedroom from that little supply closet. Looks like they might have another pre-tossed nitro cell from the Valkyrie. Also will spot the early take from that hard breach charge on the construction wall. Looking to see if anybody wants to go for a Logi hatch here. See Pennsylvania doing a little bit of light reading there.
I'm on guard. Bench easy.
Oh, he's hitting the press, my bad. Time will go down. It's about 2 minutes here. Zagi once again gonna be held up in construction. Looks like the UGA is a bit of aware of that as they start opening up those castle barricades, throw a drone in. Quick little nitro there from Zagi. Will not find somebody this time. Unfortunately, did last time. That's pretty amusing. Baki's still hanging out in the secret stash here, watching for a potential Logi drop. has somebody there to trade out for him if they need it. As we get down to 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. You see that Pulse hanging out on main stairs. Quick little trade from both sides there. Lance finds one. Mirabaki goes down. They're dropping to Logi, who find two. Quickly turning into a 2v4 now. Pulse is below with the Nitro, ready to perfect the plant. Baki gonna hang out in the garage. Careful of the mirrors. The drone will spot him out. The wall starts closing in as the window goes down. The Ying swinging in does find one more. It'll be a 1v4 on the shoulder of Lance here with the Nitro. Lots of one of Jim, but the Nitro does not find, but with 30 seconds to go, if he can delay the plant, might be able to bring this back from the reaches.
Bomb diffuser.
When the plant does go down, they spot him out there.
All
The Ying
friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
We'll go to a 5-step. We'll put it on match point on the side of UGA. UNH will have to win these next 2 rounds to bring it to overtime. UNH gonna try their hand with in bedroom once again.
New camera feed activated! Camera feed up and running.
UNH going around and getting the usual setup. Up and going here. Out of the prep phase in just under 10 seconds.
Swapping mags.
Wall secured!
Swapping mags!
Round underway proper here. UNH does spot out a potential push in from garage and CCTV. Sagi gonna be holed up in the bathroom watching the mirror this time. So Baki gets his mirror set up to watch into Logi this time instead of the other way around. Maybe a bit more cautious of that potential Ying drop. Minute 45 to go in this match point round. First blood will go to UNH there. The Vigil finds a kill in the Thermite. That's a big pick. No more large hard reaches for UGA now. Essentially a glass for UGA. You see that smoke going off. The Monty goes diving in. The Ying comes out. Monty finds a kill on the Pennsylvania. Baki able to escape. Valkyrie finds 2 now. Could be turning into a 4v2 in the favor of UNH. A lot of very low HP bars on UNH. They do have briefcase on site. Be a very big part of this potential win for UNH here. Ying, though, does find a kill onto the Vigil. To get down to 35 seconds to go, 3v2. UGA has both a Blitz and a Ying both standing. It's a lot of flashes at once. But a quick kill from Baki to take down the Blitz. Now just the Ying remaining, and Lance will catch him on the run in there. bring it to 5-6 potentially. Or sorry, just one more round to force us into an overtime. UNH going to return to the base. They win this map bomb site. The last time they were down here, they're going to bring a lot of returning operators.
Razor wire ready.
Going to bring up the Thorn, extra trap, and the rest. Oh, they bring up the mute as well, but the other three have made their own appearance on the basement bomb site.
Loading mag!
All reinforced.
Deploying sensor.
Now I'm going to be getting underway properly here. See Usagi trying to get some early intel with those outside cameras before they get taken down. They did spot 2 with the the garage camera, finds 3 with the Blackbeard. That's some good early intel for UNH.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Once again, no early action. We saw this in the last time. UGA was forced to attack the basement. Baki doing a little peek out towards main there. Could potentially be the final match here. Both teams taking their time. Neither side wants to rush into this and lose the round. Baki checking that supply or the stockroom hatch for Zagi there. Once again, he's going to be hanging out in the utility room there, having those smoke canisters ready to delay a push. Paul's going to be peeking out towards main a little bit, trying to get some early intel. Nobody's hanging out underneath the arsenal room hatch. You know they had that Ying drop in last time. The Mira on main, or in church rather, does get destroyed, but they have the pulse reader right there. Get some intel with that, but doesn't spot anybody as we get down to 30 seconds. Notified the 5, spots one out of main. Main flash comes through. Nitro from box finds 1. Smoke canisters fly out as well to delay the push. Baki has to bring down the Blackbeard. Push in. Knocks the shield out of the way. Somehow that wasn't
Magazine!
Picks up one on the mute now. The
Reload!
Ledge finds one.
One Op 4 remaining.
Double kill
Diffuser
here.
located.
Zagi there.
Disable.
They're down for UNH, however. Bombs that get
Surveying.
planted in the meantime. It's 3v1 right now. The pulse does spot out with the acid. Shots through the wall, get some damage. Everything Phoenix slow, but the Thorn able to clutch it out, and UNH will be forced into overtime.
Bomb defusing device is disabled. Mission successful.
UNH refusing to go quietly into the night here. Get back into overtime here. UNH will start on defense. They're going to be going up towards gym bedroom once again.
Secure the bombs.
Bring out the Jaeger as well. Maybe try to help deal with some of those incandescents or get that one.
Find a razor blade.
Bring up Jaeger once again. Born, Valkyrie, and Castle runs out.
Playing carpenter on that wall!
Camera feed up and running.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
Putting the shell in place.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left. Be advised. Op 4 has found a bomb. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Thanks for helping me
Just
around
going
the lab,
through, getting
Hugo.
their usual
The
setup
extra
run
help are very
around.
welcome.
Are you kidding? How could I possibly be expected to stay away?
Door barricade going up!
Early picks, as we've seen from Edge on defense. They're not really big fans of spawn defense. There has been Lance going to be dropping down on the stage for construction. As that hardwall next to him starts to get breached out. Those spotted potential camera that could have spotted him out there takes it out. 3 of members from UNH kind of looking out towards Logic here. First blood does go to the Buck though, take down Jaeger on that first floor. Potentially towards maybe garage. I'm not too sure there, but we get down to 2 minutes here. UNH in a 4v5. Baki has to be careful with that bedroom window being wide open. Swings out into the hallway there, maybe looking for a pick onto the breach there. Does get spotted out on the run across. The drone as well. We'll be able to call him out. Looking to see if anyone wants to swing out from the bathroom here. This time starts to get down under a minute 30. Looking to get a repick from that Jaeger there. There goes the Buck. He was swinging out expecting Baki to be up on the stairs, but he was not. Making a 4v4 after that trade out, but the castle taking a lot of damage. Valkyrie going down to the thermite. 3v4. Baki's thrown another knee. Pennsylvania gets a repick now. 3v3. Looking for the nitro from below. Pennsylvania picks up a double. 45 seconds left to go. It looks like UNH is stabilized pretty well here, but the kill from the Ying probably in towards construction if I had to guess. Baki shooting open the hatch from below. Maybe looking for a nitro. Get down to 30 seconds. Waiting for a call from his teammate most likely. He's just waiting. Throws it out. Pops it. Doesn't find a kill. 25 seconds to go. Definitely looking to get maybe a planner out there. So Fuser goes down. Thermite finds a double. And they'll swing up. He takes down the thermite. 1v1 Baki, very low HP versus the Ying here. But up on the bed, the Ying, with the little peek over the mattress, will find the final kill there. UNH will go down 6-7 in overtime. We'll go back to match point on the side of UGA, and UNH will be on attack. What UNH hasn't planned for attack. We know they struggled a little bit in the first half. We'll see what adjustments they've made since then, what game plan they'll come up with. Looks like UGA is going to be CCTV cache here. They get a couple of early pings with that 2 round the Warden. They want to bring out the Flores, maybe potentially deal with any wall denial. They do have the thermite, bring out the Blackbeard as well. Striker maybe for those impact EMPs. Ash does make the swap out to Lion. That could be good for some intel gathering as well as suppressing some movement. Hope UNH does not fall to a spawn peak. We did see that a couple of rounds ago. Looks like they will make it safely out of spawn here.
A really big fucking hole coming right up.
Sweating.
It's hot. Let's cause some chaos. Some serious drywall work coming up.
It's about to get hot!
The UNH is opting towards a potential breach on this west side. They spot one on that road side. It looks like they might be gearing up for a construction take here. Could see maybe one potentially dropping in through logistics. Oh, trying to get a floor. What the? A thermite charge kill? Okay. I was wrong about my earlier prediction. UGA doesn't end up going to the gym bedroom. See Pennsylvania making his way with the Blackbeard out towards potentially a CCTV take. Baki maybe airing towards the construction take here. You see him trying to get a couple of his drones active. One did get mute jammered, I believe. Does throw one out towards the mute. Maybe giving Pennsylvania a bit of a chance to start pushing it towards construction here. They don't have the OSA block off the barricade. You see Azagi there. He's trying to get those batteries, I believe, dealt with. Baki swinging out towards construction window, looking for another early pick before UNH decides to get aggressive in their pushes here, trying to flash out the mute for Pennsylvania here. Another Lions scan comes in. Somebody in Logi might have got tagged a little bit there. Baki's gonna go up back to the hatch there, maybe trying to catch them out. Pennsylvania and Izagi both a little low on HP. Not too scary, but does not expect that weird little angle from Tubrel. 4v4, 35 seconds to go. Pennsylvania gets taken down as well. Another kill for the mute. Lion very low. Thermite not much better, but Thermite does find 2v2, 25 seconds to go. That Lion ping will come out. Spot one's in CCTV. Baki's watching for a potential server take or a server peak, but the castle swings it at just the right time to find the two remaining members of UNH very low to go down. That will be a first match for UGA. And plenty of healthy toxicity, I guess. Kind of expect some better attitudes in divisional play, but it is Siege. Here we go. Gonna be back with UNH versus UGA. A bit of a technical issue, technical difficulties in this brief intermission there, but everything should be back up and running. UNH is down 0-1 versus UGA here. Looks like the next map will be the Night Haven Labs. I cannot stand this map, and I don't really remember all the callouts, but I will try my best. UNH going to be taking out Maverick and Ace. Two hard breachers gone earlier. UGA taking out Kaid and Bandit. A lot of wall denial gone as well. UNH going to bring out the Jaeger, Mute, Malusi, Mira, and the Azami here. Really good for those Raptors on the little walkway there. That wall, I believe it's called. UNH will go for the second floor bomb site first here. They did do really well on defense during that first clubhouse match here. I expect to see the same in this match. He's gonna go around getting their setup put up. Get a couple of rotates, get the gadgets thrown around.
Between your lab and the field. No choose one path. I make it work as I'm
Swapping mag.
Activa barrier activated.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
Round will be underway properly here. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Lance looking out towards that north side. See those Kiva barriers set up in a whole bunch of different positions, giving some good cover for the Azami. Couple of rounds coming through a potential breach. Lance looking for a potential shield operator's feed here.
Barrier activated.
Couple of rounds coming in through the breach. Tommy gets tagged out. Lance
Be advised,
the
Op
operator
4 has
walking
located a
past
bomb.
there. I had to guess it's probably a Monty. Maybe a Blackbeard, but my bad, on Monty. Lance looking to get some early damage, and they're not able to spot anything out. Looking to maybe get an angle on whoever's shooting in through the breach there. The Habanas are going to start opening up that Mira. Getting some better sight lines for the attackers here as we get down to a minute 30. Still a 5v5. Gets spotted out by the Monty. Lance forced to rotate back through. Falls out that Monty on the north side. First bug goes to the Grim, but he gets traded back out by that new shotgun. Lance trying to avoid getting taken down by the Monty here. He's dropped down to 11 HP. I think the Monty has some sort of backup side together. Comes by in his full field mode. Lance had the angle, but he just couldn't get in the right spot for it. No matter pick it more. The Ying swings around to take down Lance 2v4 to start to get on site. He takes down one more before the Yings able to trade him back out. All of it rests on the doggy here. Spots out the air jab before it can do too much. The bomb will go down in this 1v3. Ying and Monty still alive. Unknown with that second defender. That Mira might start working against him here, but it doesn't seem like it will. Monty does spot him out. He will be called out by the enemy team here. They're going to have advice on his positioning. The Monty's going to block the jump in, force him to rotate through electric. Undoubtedly be watched by UGA attackers. Now the Monty's going to show up to block the doorway. And this is age-old strat here. The Ying will get the final kill there. UNH goes down 0-1. So UNH wants to go back and try their luck on that second floor once again. I lied. They're actually going to go down to the basement here. swapping out a few of their operators, bringing
Reinforce
along
the wall!
Drow, Thorn, and Valkyrie, keeping Mira and Malusi. Operators to defend against these shield operators like the Monty. Oh my god, I have audio. Round will be underway probably here as UNH finishes up their setups. Last few reinforcements are going to be going down here. See what UNH wants to do against a potentially vertical take.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
Hear that ram drone getting to work on tearing up the floors. Lance has to be careful. I think there's a hole just above him there. Looks like he does end up spotting it out there. Could see a potential nitro with those black eye cameras set up on that first floor. I believe the Valkyrie and the two brow should each have a nitro. Speaking of that, you see the two brow with the nitro in hand. Lance forced away from his little corner there. Going to instead hold in assembly here. Does hear one to his right on the outside, the south side. Nitro from two brow will not find one, but the Deimos targeting comes through. Looks like he's gonna throw down a freeze on himself. Does that work? I did not know that. Making sure not to get picked off from those vertical angles. Thorn taking a little bit of damage. First blood will go to the Deimos, taking down Dreamy, but double kill from UGA. UNH did pick up one in that trade, but it will be a 2v4 now. Deimos going to be targeting one of the last remaining members for UNH. Sees the air here. He knows that Deimos is. The striker, though, will find one of his own. 30 seconds to go. All of it resting on the shoulders of this Malusi. Deimos targeting comes back out to identify where he is. Goes for the swing, finds one, but unable to find the Deimos.
Mission failure.
UJ walk away with round 2. See a pretty similar setup to the last time UNH went up on the second floor. They're all going to bring out the Frost and Legion this time, however. Some extra trap operators to go with the Thorn. And Malusi also going to show back up some really good value from those Malusi gadgets. I absolutely forgot the name for them. I was so hoping there was a voice line there. Nope, I guess I'll just completely forget the name and move on. UNH finalizing their setup as the round gets underway here. Hear a couple of explosions going off, a couple of breaches, it sounds like. Sagi getting those goo mines set up. Looks like he wants to play towards connect there, maybe towards electrical. Baki does spot one out on cameras, trying to maybe get a quick little vertical kill. Opening up a couple of sight lines, looking for a kill. Hear what sounds like maybe a Deimos or a Nomad. No, UGA did bring a Nomad in during their last takes on the second floor. There goes the Deimos track onto Baki here. He's going to try to figure out where he is. The Buck finds a kill onto the Legion. Here I'm starting to get to work with that skeleton key on the floor, taking out one of the mirrors. Hear that Monty as well. Double shield up. Time gets down to about a minute 30 here. Here, a couple of air jabs being thrown out as well. Quick little kill from the Frost there on the Buck, but he didn't expect that Sen's walkthrough from behind. That'll be a pick for UGA. The Nitro, though, trades it out. Dreamy finds one as well. Quickly turning into a 3v2 for UNH. This time gets down to a minute. The Blitz going down does manage to knock Thorn. Last remaining going to be Deimos, located on the first floor. 2v1 here. UNH is in a pretty good spot as long as they try to trade each other out. Just don't want to take any sort of 1v1 here. Does sound like they might know where the Deimos is coming in from. Giving away with some audio there. You see the Mira maybe going for a peek. Definitely want them to try to play the cross here. Goes for the run across. Does look towards the Mira, and Baki will shut that down. Round 3 going to UNH. Not letting the momentum swing too hard into UGA's favor. Bans for each side. The Mirror is going to leave. The Monty as well. Both teams figuring out what they didn't like to go against and getting rid of it.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
UNH bringing a pretty different setup to the basement this time. They don't have access to that mirror, so they lean heavily into the trap operators. Bring out the Ella as well as the Legion and Thorn. The Melusi for a little bit of intel as well as slowing down the push, and the Valkyrie for, of course, those black eye cameras. Good snipe there from Lance on the drone. That's what we'd like to see. Gonna get a couple of those concussion mines thrown up on the first floor, maybe to try to help deal with any vertical takes. Definitely be good to get that information early.
Increase surveillance on bombs. On 4 has a diffuser.
Activating camera. New camera feed up and running.
Looks like UNH might want to leave a few to roam the first floor. Lance spots that ram drone come flying through. Looks for the pick there, can't quite get it through the wall. Gonna use the impact to escape instead. But a quick first blood goes in the favor of UNH. The repeat does not go in the favor of Lance, though. Another kill from the Brava. Turns into a 3v4 on the side of UGA. The remaining members of UNH are in the basement here. They're going to be not turtling, but making sure that they don't lose control of site. Does spot the Nomad on the outdoor camera there. Spots the ram drone starting to tear open some more vertical sideline.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
Down to a minute 20 to go here.
I'm reloading.
Does spot the Nomad making a run in there. Does find one. Give one to strikers one. The Nomad picks up two.
Neutralized.
Quickly, round 4 goes in the favor of UGA.
Secure the bombs.
Reinforcing wall.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
UNH gonna opt to go for the first floor bomb site here. Seems they didn't like the basement a whole lot. They want to try their hand at the cafeteria bomb site instead. Gonna bring out the castle. The dock also gonna make excuse me. The dock gonna make an appearance.
10 seconds left.
Zami as well, and castle of course, as I mentioned.
5 seconds left. Bomb located by Op 4.
See those Kiba barriers getting set up in a really good head peak there. Well, it was a bit of a one-way. Requiring the attackers to kind of crouch in an awkward position here. Here the Ram getting busy, opening up the floors. Baki trying to hit the drone before it can cause too much damage. Instead, it looks like he'll just have to fight through the vertical there. He does spot one. Doesn't look like they spotted him either, but a quick first kill goes in the favor of UGA. The Grim finding one. Here's the shield operator getting to work on the barbed wire. Baki in a bit of an uncomfortable position here with those vertical sight lines. Going to opt to go underneath the table here. I might be able to hide him from the vertical there. I have absolutely no idea. Here, more floors getting opened up above. Baki just kind of stuck now. Gets to keep a barrier set up on the door there to maybe try to delay any extra pushes that come through. Another kill goes in the favor of that Grim, taking down the Malusi. Lance maybe looking to get a trade here. The flashbang goes through and it actually does end up finding him. Another kill goes in the favor of UGA. 1v5. Everything on the shoulders of Dreamy on the dock here. Goes for the peak, but the Grim will shut that down quickly. Flawless round going into the favor of UGA, and that will be not the last round. One more round of the half. We'll see what UNH can do on defense before they get their chance at attack.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Swapping mags!
UNH gonna have the option to head back up to the second floor, and they will take that option. Bringing out the Goyle this time as well as the Pulse.
Explosive ordnance is ready.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Bomb location secure.
Deploying explosive ordnance.
Setting a razor shell.
Workings are all in play.
Looks like Lance might get spotted out by the drone there. Gonna be forced to rotate back up to site. See the Goyle roaming around the first floor there. Might be able to get a pick off of that.
Deploying sensor.
See Baki looking for a pick through the breach there. Maybe you have to get pushed in through the door here. Quick first blood goes in the favor of the Blitz, taking down that Legion. Trade back in from the Goyle though. He finds one. 4v4, a minute 45 to go. Baki waiting for him to come in through the breach here. Drone will come through. It'll spot out Baki. He's forced to rotate to the other side of the door. Unable to make his own little breach back onto point there. Maybe I should call on the Malusi to toss an impact over as the Blitz starts to make his way onto site here. Definitely have a little bit of angles to start tapping there. Quick kill from the Thorn to make it a... What the hell am I watching? Pops the Goyle trap. The Grimbees are right there, though. The Nectar from below will not find Flush. Spot out the Nomad as well. Minutes ago, 4v2 in the favor of UNH here. Lance making sure to watch the flank. Maybe going a bit of a flank himself. Gonna start pinging from below to try to help out. One kill from the Nomad, a kill back from
Op 4 has located
Lance
a
there. He
bomb.
actually gets the
No
Blitz from underneath the floor. The Grim finds one now. It'll be a 2v2. Only one on site for UNH. Egan's gonna go down to the Grim as well. No nitro cell, but he still might be able to prevent the plant from below. Looks like he was not in position. Looks like he was not in position in time to prevent the plant. It'll be a 1v2. 1v2 retake here. Trying to get him through the wall. Takes a little bit of damage in return. Try to catch him up on the pulse scanner. Does know where one is. The flashbang comes through. Swings out there. He's going to look for that ping. Looking for the pick. Unable to get him there. Looks like he might have just
Mission failure.
tagged him up pretty good, but was unable to secure that kill. UNH goes down 1-5 in the half. See what UNH can do with given their chance at attack. Bands once again going to be pretty standard. Kaid and Mir getting taken out. Maverick and Ace for the defenders.
We need to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
Looks like UGA will be going for the second floor bomb site.
10 seconds to go.
He's going to bring out the Blackbeard for their turn at a shield operators. Quick spawn peek will claim the life of the Grim. That's a big piece of intel gone from the UNH lineup. UGA has been liking those spawn peeks pretty often, especially on Clubhouse. We saw one or two. Baki gonna drop in, getting droned in by the Ash here. Got these weird little traps from the new operator. Baki manages to take it out with a quick little frag there, giving him the chance to push in through CC stairs. Puts a frag in behind the deploy board to try to destroy that, getting rid of some of the cover that the defenders can use. Minute 45 to go here. UGA in a pretty good position, but they are down a man. Looks like the Thermite and the Thatcher are working together to take down some of those hard walls on the west side, but the Thermite will get down to the Tuberal. As you see, Lance and Baki working together here, trying to swing things back in their favor. Oh, but a peek through the window from the zombie will claim the life of Lance. Now just left the 2 for UNH. Thatcher and Blackbeard here. Dreamer looking through the rotate here, or the breach rather. Trying to find one. Does end up taking down the Tuberal. As we get down to just over a minute, Baki with the flank tries to find one, but the zombie's able to take him out instead. Dreamy to spot one on the outside, goes for the kill, but instead gets taken down. UNH will be to match point. Also game point, as they did lose that first game on Clubhouse. You got to do a complete reverse sweep here if UNH wants to walk away with the win. UNH now going to get their second chance on attack here, bringing out the Dekebi, Buck, Ram, Flores, and the Grim making a reappearance. Quick little smiley face from Mizagi there for everybody back home.
Boogie set. Boogie shredding!
Drone activated.
Does seem like that UGA went with the basement boss. I'm losing it. Basement bomb sites here. They do spot the warden on that flank up on the first floor. It looks like he gets taken down by the Ram now, giving UNH a better chance at opening up some of these vertical sight lines. A quick call from Izagi will come out here. You see Baki on the buck here, working on some of these walls out towards the staircase. Yeah, be careful that pipe doesn't burst right on top of him. Right on top of him. Quick little trade back there. Jacoby finds one. Nitro finds her. 4v3 in the favor of UNH here. They start opening up some of these vertical lines down to the site. Lance getting to work, mooking his way down the vending staircase. Sending out some Flores drones to clear the way. See those Grim Beasts clearing out some of the sections as well. Quick shock there on Zabaki. He takes a lot of damage. Trap's just causing a bit of an issue. Almost some friendly fire. That would not have been good. Oh, a quick kill from the warden there brings it back to a 3v3. Smoke starts popping canisters. As time starts ticking down, he's just going to waste them all to start burning the time. As time is starting to tick down dangerously low, UNH is going to have to start getting the bomb down. There's some shots from the above. Those vertical summons now work against them. Bandit finds one. Smoke downs one, and UNH unable to get the bomb down in time. UGA will walk away with the win, going 2-0 over UNH. And that will be the all for tonight's Siege broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Hope you all have a good night.